Hey everybody, welcome back to Kirsty Runs Wild. I'm coming at you from the parking lot of my Marlboro OB office. This office is much closer to my house than the one I typically go to in Worcester. And it's just such a better pace, a better experience. It's like a town rather than a city, and it's just so nice. So it was a really great appointment. I am 31 weeks pregnant. It is Friday, September 26, 2025. I just had it's like my 30-week appointment, but I'm like 1 week ahead. So I'm like 1 week off. So I'm 31 weeks. But so I had a different OB today than I typically have. My practice is really big. There's like 15 OBs or whatever. And this one, Dr. Callahan, was great. She was like, just made me feel really comfortable, gave me a lot of good information, made me feel good about my pregnancy, and it was just such a change of pace than what I've been experiencing with other OBs in this practice. And like my OB is like on the verge of retirement, and she's just like checked out in a lot of ways, and it's just been really evident since the beginning. And this OB said that my OB, Dr. Deldon, is also her OB, and she agrees that she's been like just checked out, and like just kind of like you can tell that she's kind of on her last legs before retirement, and she would be happy to adopt me as a patient and take me on. So that was nice. She said, like you can just switch your appointments to me as many as you can for now, and then I could probably do the official transfer more like after pregnancy, because I don't think it really matters like who my official OB is, but it was just like good that I was able to like easily in this office after my appointment switch a lot of my appointments to be with Dr. Callahan, because I've seen like a lot of other random OBs if Dr. Jeldon wasn't available in the Worcester office. And like the only reason I was going to Worcester is because Dr. Jeldon only works in Worcester on Fridays, and like that was not, it sucks. Like it's like a 40-minute drive from my house. Worcester's a mess. It's a city. I hate it. The office is way busier. They're a mess. Marlboro's like wicked quaint and 10 minutes from my house, and like the waiting room is beautiful, and it's calm vibe, and everybody's happy, and the front desk person is always available, and it's easy to work with her. And like, so she easily switched my appointments after, and it was just a lot better this way. So because like my doctor has been going into surgery a lot, like they're like always telling me like, oh, she has surgery, we have to cancel your appointment with Dr. Deldon and put you with someone else. I'm like, why am I going to Worcester then if like I'm always getting canceled with Dr. Deldon? It's literally the only reason that I'm going to Worcester is to see her, and they're canceling with her all the time. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go back to Marlboro, like if I can help it. So I switched a lot of my appointments to Marlboro. I feel a lot better. So I'm in a place where I'm now seeing the OB every 2 weeks until I think it's 36 weeks. Then I start to see the OB every week. So today she said my baby is measuring, the heartbeat was 143 beats per minute, which is good. They felt like he was head down. She felt my stomach and said, I think he's head down. And also that like she felt like some fluid, she thinks, but she said that that's like could be fine. She said more fluid's better than like less fluid. And I'm getting an ultrasound in 2 weeks anyway, so it will be good to see like what's going on, how kind of like big the baby's measuring. She did say that like the measurement's pretty off, like it can be off up to a pound, which is a lot. But we can see the positioning of the baby if he's head down, and things like that. So she said that, my fundal height is like 2 centimeters bigger than what it should be. Like I was measuring at 33 and I should be 31, because it's supposed to correlate with the amount of weeks pregnant you are. But she said there's a range, like an acceptable range, and I'm in that acceptable range. It's just kind of like I could be measuring big. She said, the last OB said because like I'm overweight. This OB said because I have more fluid. So, she said there's a couple reasons you could have more fluid. It could be because, like, it could be like a poor sugar control thing, but it also could just be like, I don't know, like other more innocent reasons. So she wasn't worried about it. And she said, I passed my gestational diabetes test with like flying colors. So she's really not worried about that. And then she told me about my weight gain. She says I've gained like 35 pounds so far. And she said that's perfect. And so that was in contrast to what the last OB told me. She said I was like gaining too much weight. But this OB was like, no, you're fine. We've also found that like the amount of weight that the mother gains really doesn't correlate with how big the baby is. So, and that's something I was worried about. I was worried that if I'm gaining too much weight, is my baby going to be big? And she said that's a myth. It's really not correlated almost at all. So that's good to know. And she said like all my numbers look good. My blood pressure was perfect today again. So everything was looking really, really good for kind of like numbers, blood work, measurements, all of that. And so, yeah, that just made me feel a lot better. And then, so in 2 weeks, I'm going to have an ultrasound, and the reasoning that they put for insurance is that I'm measuring a little big, like my fundal height is measuring a little big, so they can kind of just clock what's going on in there. So yes, very excited about that we get to see the baby in 2 weeks. I'm like doing it on a day that I have work, because they didn't have any availability on Friday when I don't work. So I'm kind of like leaving work a little early, and Zach's gonna meet me there, and he's leaving work early too, so we can see that. And we also had like this like 4th trimester class scheduled. I don't really know what it is gonna entail for this past Wednesday, but it had to be rescheduled for 2 weeks from now, which will be the same day the ultrasound. So that will be a big day to celebrate baby and pregnancy. So that'll be cool. Let's see. So we've gotten into our countdown now. We flipped our little number countdown for weeks until we meet the baby to 9 weeks until we meet you, which is cool. We're in the single digits now, and we're counting down. So that's very exciting. We've been reading books from the baby shower, like going through reading books slowly, seeing who inscribed books, because we did like a book instead of a card for the baby shower thing. So at night we've been going through a few of them, because there's like a lot. Some people got multiple books and all that, so it's great, but it's a lot. So, and I want to like kind of really go through each of them. So we've been doing that. I built my diaper kind of like rolling utility cart caddy a couple days ago. We ordered like baby dragon knobs for the dresser that we refinished and painted. We ordered the rest of the knobs for the dresser, and we'll paint them and put them on hopefully this weekend. And yeah, just kind of like slowly going through all the stuff we got from the baby shower. Like assembling things, trying to organize where things are gonna go, and yeah, just like continuing to chip away at our space, the nursery, and the stuff we got for the baby. And I think I forgot to mention like last video that we also played 2 other games at the baby shower other than all the little side games. My friend Jess hosted like a bingo, baby themed bingo, and also the Price is Right for baby items. So I just wanted to mention that, because those were like the big main event games, and the Price is Right was probably like the most involved game. That was probably like the most fun too. So yeah, there's probably like 10 items, and then I got them at the end. So, and they gave away like gift baskets and gift cards for the people that won those. So yeah, and in terms of kind of symptoms and just life updates around what's been going on in the past few weeks, I have felt my belly getting heavier and like my uterus and like pelvic floor feeling a little heavier. Like when I have to go to the bathroom, it literally feels like it might like drop out from under me. So that's different. I have felt like I'm able to eat less than typical because there's just like not as much room. I'm feeling like sore right here when I sit for a while. Yeah, but overall it's been good. The baby's been moving. He's been not like super strong or frequent, I feel like, but like medium. Like he's okay, like he's doing good. I just don't think he's like super active, and I also don't think he's like super passive. I think he might be like pretty normal based on what I've heard other pregnant people say. And yeah, so I've just had like a weird week in terms of like other things. I've had so I applied to be a licensed mental health counselor in the state of Massachusetts about a month and a half ago. And it takes like a few months to process that. And the board reopened my application because they want another piece of information that is like really hard to get. It's like an out-of-state background check, and it's the process of that in this particular state that I need it from is like impossible. So that's been super stressful to try to figure out the logistics of that and communicate with my board. So that's been a really big layer of stress over like trying to be present at work, transition out of work, deal with all my clients, hand them over, and just kind of like get everything straight. So that has been an interesting layer. I've also had some like very intense hormonal experiences with anxiety and just like feeling very intense surges of emotion. We had there was probably a rock that kicked up from our landscaper's lawnmower that smashed our window next to our front door, and I saw it and I thought someone tried to break in. Like I told myself the story in my head that like someone took a screwdriver and like smashed the door, and I went insane and was like yelling at everybody like, we need to make a police report, we need to figure out who did this. Like I just felt like it was very hormone driven. When I finally figured out, oh my god, the landscapers came, and I wonder if a lawnmower could have done this. And we called the landscaper and he said, yes, absolutely. And he's paying for the whole thing. So like that happened. And then like our fire alarms went off, and it's also connected to carbon monoxide. So even though we didn't find smoke, I was freaking out that maybe there was carbon monoxide. So I just like escalated insane, and I had the fire department come and all this, and everything was fine. But I just like, again, like people in my house weren't acting the way I wanted them to, like with a sense of urgency and immediacy. And I felt like I was the only one like trying to protect my baby, and I have to fight so hard for like, safety, and people aren't reacting in inappropriate ways to these potentially scary situations. And just both of them happened in the same week, and it was just like absurd. I felt so just overwhelmed by them. And then when they were both kind of like resolved, I was like, oh my god, that was intense. Like I wish I didn't have to escalate that high, but I think it's just part of it right now, and just trying to minimize like hurting everyone around me when I get like very escalated like that. But it's really, really hard. I've just been finding it really hard. But I have like really great support around me, and women that are in my corner and have been through pregnancy and felt the hormones and know what it's like. So they're like normalizing it for me and helping me not beat myself up so much, because it's really hard when you feel out of control and my brain's really foggy, feeling like I'm not being able to like show up 100% for work, for my clients, but like trying really hard to, and just trying to do my best. And I've just been like had the nesting urge, I feel like, the whole time. Maybe it'll kick up even more, but I'm just like every day I'm like, what can I do to like work on just the organization of all of the stuff and the things that need to be done and the processes, and like learn more about how to take care of this baby. And like a lot of days I like can't do that because I go from like 8 o'clock in the morning to like 10 o'clock at night, because I literally I do therapy like all day. I have clients all day, Monday through Thursday. And then I just go right from work to like a meeting or some sort of event, AA event at night, and get home like pretty late. And all I can do is like eat and shower, if that, before going to bed. So there's really like not a lot of room on my Monday to Thursday to do anything else. So it ends up being like Friday, Saturday, Sunday are the days where I really double down and like want to get stuff done and nest. So, just trying to stay steady on those things and enjoy, like this time, because I just am like, oh my God, like Zach and I, this is the last time we're gonna like be together alone, like, before we have a kid. And I'm like, oh, should we make a bucket list of like little dates and things we want to do before the baby? But it just seems like it's happening so quickly, and he's just like so chill. He's like, we'll be able to get a babysitter and still do things together. I'm like, okay, like you're gonna prioritize that with me, right? Like it's just so strange. Like the awareness will hit me at different times, and like it's not hitting him at the same time it's hitting me. So he's kind of like relaxed, and I'm like, we need to like do dates, and like, so it's very interesting. But yeah, I'm just trying to slow down and just be really grateful for whatever like moment and season I'm in, but with all of the stressors and the hormones that like come, and it's hard to like stay present in the moment. But here we are. So I'm going to keep working on that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.